I remember what it was like all those Saturday mornings when I'd go to the library in the winter, because being at home playing the same 3 games would have felt like a waste of a weekend. Being 12 sure had its perks. What I remember the most is the atmosphere, like the world was actually opening new stages for me, just for existing. It was such a thrill. And then things got clouded. I thought I started to belong to some group because I was turning older. No. That's how life takes away your innocence. With responsibility. And it makes you forget that winter will leave your nose runny. I guarantee you can always remember the good times in the summer, but you always remember the somber beauty of snow on your face. All the way till you were 8. Then the story became more about learning. Then the story became more about advancement, then love, then life. And you're sitting there alone. And you're swallowing your pride for supposed diligence, and you're stuck wanting more with the possessions than the seasons. You consider vacation a time to wind down. You rarely rev up for work. You've forgotten the cold is beautiful because it makes the journey longer. You're stuck in the in-between, crying yourself awake again because even the prospect of a sunrise with your new family doesn't make you escape the revolving circle you've landed yourself in now. I think I'm starting to understand why things got difficult for all of us. No, I think I'm starting to understand why we stopped having butterflies, started hauling anchors. The sea was always expansive for us until we started to look back and notice our home was too far away. We kept feeling like we were driving ourselves out of our happy place, and that happy place became so full of misery. The walls started crying out for decay. Let me again remind the rain that it falls to nourish the earth. Therefore, my day should not be synonymous with a thought of desperation, but yet every memorable tale I told you always had a catchphrase and a cliche. It was a dark and stormy night, and yet we were warm in our embrace. I think I remember it now. I think I remember the beauty of Saturday. I remember the music playing in the background of a time-traveling machine learning how to cope with the air burning my throat. Confronting idealizations of eras kept me from feeling the age creeping up behind me. Our names sound so much alike. I remember we echoed our love for forfeiting heartbreak. I'm still waiting by Oceanside for a reason not to jump. I am not safe where my mind and lines between night and nightmare are blended into a road split. These are my attitudes. How do you remind yourself of a moment and expect your current life not to ruin that image either? How do you stop the current from overwashing your knowledge and returning you to the light when stuck in such a dark cabinet? How do you find stars when you spent your entire life being afraid of what comes after dusk? You grow up petrified of what you don't know. Yet it seems this day you'll fall in love with anyone you've never physically shared space with. What I am is merely the voice of what it feels like to double back on a promise you made to yourself in the past and realize you gave up the dream yourself. Depression tied a rope around your ankle and hijacked your motion. Now everything sounds like an aesthetic instead of an idea. Like we've dulled our senses just enough to make everything an advertisement of how well off we are. When the product never matches the production. When the lesson never sinks in till you've lost the aim and you're just wondering, what do I do now? If I am just a concept, why do I feel so heavy when I lose my way? There is no compass to let me know that north is the same as up. There is no rescinding an offer when the deal was never on the table. You are creating a world where nothing dies but your spirit. I spent so long trying to free myself of clutches of thinking the world owed me you, my tide, my moon, my gravity. It's so ingrained that if you loved yourself, that if you were yourself, you'd love me more than a fleeting week. The train is right outside my window. I think if it goes fast enough, it might shatter the glass. I just want to know what freedom feels like. Existing is to what most seem to consider to suffering. Bleeding from your fingertips, holding on to gym ropes that had no ceilings. You were just clutching the sanity of the floor. Because you'd never want to imagine the feeling of falling. And then you sunk into your older self and drowned the kid in you many years ago. I hate goodbyes. They're always incomplete, never finished.